Okay, so quick video on a starter safety clutch switch at the handlebar that I'm having problems with, and a quick fix. So I'm just gonna put this down and show you what the original switch is doing. But like, this is what happens is you've got this little tab in there and it just fell apart. So here's the tab, okay, and mine's missing the contact, so I had to put wire in there. What it does is it slides across those, okay, and there's a break in it, and it allows you to start with the clutch out or the clutch in gear, but mine's not doing that. So when I stall out, this is a very common problem. I can't start it in gear with the clutch in traffic. So that's the main problem. So I can't really hold the phone, but this rubs across these. Okay, sorry, I've only got two hands. So this is my original one. And what I did was I bought a new one, and it was quite pricey, and it still didn't work. So I'm thinking that what's happening is this isn't pressing down enough. And I've adjusted it both ways. So these pivot, this is oblong. Shoot, I'm blocking the whole thing, sorry. This is oblong, so you can move it like this or like this because those holes are wide. Okay, and I bought a factory one that's identical. Every wire, everything's identical. I tried moving it this way and this way. I can get it to start any way. I just can't get it to run in gear, to start in gear with the kickstand up. So it could be the kickstand switch, although it works when it's down and I slam it in gear, it works. But there's a way to bypass it. I'm going to show you. So if you're struggling with this like I was, here's a quick fix just to get you down the road safely. If you stall, you'll start in gear. The problem here is the way I'm about to wire it, your neutral light will go on and off, but you will not be able to if you put your kickstand down and you put it in gear, it will go in gear. So this is just a quick fix until I can get some sort of a contact to press this new contact, well, the new version, this is the old one, but into this better, or find the bad wire in the system, which is probably better. So in your dash here, in the inside dash, you want to remove this piece of plastic here. There's two screws, two big Phillips head screws. All right, so drop that down and you will reveal this wiring harness here, which is going through a bracket here, a man-made, like a factory bracket. And that's where your switch plugs into. So I want to save this. I want this to work properly one day, but just for now, I just want it to work. So I use the old one that I clipped off, and I just plugged it in. And there's the wires. Obviously the old one's on the ground there. It's all chopped up, and I got a brand new one on here, and I've messed with it right there. I've messed with positions. So I want this to work. I want to be able to ride it if I can tomorrow or whatever, until I can sort it out. So what you want to do, if you want to be able to start in traffic in gear running after a stall, you want to put your blue and red wire and your black and yellow wire together, and then take the seafoam green one, that is to your kickstand, I believe, and separate it. So what this will do, and I will show you, so I'm going to tape these up. I got all my tape there, and then I'm going to work on the four-wheeler really quickly with that as well. Anyway, stay on track here. What that'll do is it will give you a neutral light in neutral, and it will give you the ability to start in traffic after a stall without pulling it out of gear. But unfortunately, because this is completely off and there's no momentary switch, which was what that actually is, you will be able to run it with a kickstand down, which is a safety feature that I'm willing to give up for a short amount of time. But I still want to start it, and I still want that neutral light. So that's a huge problem, right? So I want the neutral light. So here we go. Let's find neutral. Laces are undone. Here, so I got a neutral. Start it, okay. We put it in gear, but that's the bad thing. The stand is down, it's in gear, neutral's out. So it's in gear, clutch is in, starts up. That's what you want, but this is just a temporary fix. And it does it with a kickstand up, so that's good. So but here's the thing, is if you put all these three together, okay, you'll have your kickstand switch, but it will always have a neutral light on. I think it's easier to find neutral when you're parking and when you're just not going. I think it's easier to have better to have a neutral light and to be able to start in traffic for the time being until I can figure out in what system where I have to test the switch under here and figure out what's failing, or there's one more switch that I can be had. I just have to figure out where it goes. There's another neutral safety switch. I think it's for the shifter that might be failing as well, but because this is new and everything's receiving and everything works, there's no reason why it shouldn't work, so it's down in the system somewhere. So I'm gonna just wrap this up to keep it from junk getting into it. I'm gonna tape this up and tuck it and just make sure it's all tucked away. So for now it's running really well. I did an introduction video to this bike. I did just pick up my brand new rad cap, so I'm very happy about that. It's not leaking like the other one was. I've got this thing hot and it's just burning off the old stuff, but there's no drips coming out, so that solved that problem. And we're still working on this problem and a little clutch adjustment, but I think it's either the contact needs something on top of it to press down within here, so it's pressing down so it doesn't like kind of slide on an angle, or I do think it's probably more likely something farther down in the system between the kickstand switch and the shifter switch. So that's just a quick video, a quick fix on how you can just kind of, sorry, it's not focusing, get out of jail free on, oh, sorry, Gen 1 2000 KLR Kawasaki hand clutch fix. Okay, so hopefully this gets you going, but it's not permanent, but it's for now. So anyways, bye for now.